So it's been almost 20 years since I made my first trade. And in fact, I lost money for the first 3 years doing it. But for some reason, I decided not to give up. And since then, I've made millions of dollars in the stock market until I retired from stocks and then went full-time into crypto just 2 years ago. 2021, I made $1.7 million. And in 2022 bear market, I'm up nearly 500K already. So I figured it'd be a good time to talk about the fact that 98% of traders fail. And I figured out exactly the reason why that is. All right, guys, so for the first thing that I want to talk about is that it's actually necessary to have losing traders. Yes, that seems like a problem. There's about a 95 to 98% failure rate. When someone pulls a profit out of a trade, where does that money come from? You have to take it from somebody else. You really only a small batch of people who continually pull money out of the money pool, and we really need that 95 to 98% of traders. So that's really what we're gonna talk about today, is how do you siphon money out of the market and take it from all the people that are losing. So you guys, like I said, I started trading in 2005. In fact, it all started because my great uncle left my family with an inheritance after he passed away. It was about $500,000. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is what led to my failure in the beginning, and also my family's failure, getting too excited. You see somebody else post something or someone else tells you how good this stock is going to be or how good this crypto project is going to be, and you get too excited and you get too attached into something. My family took that $500,000 and took it and put it into some stupid biotech that we got a stock tip from some family friend. And guess what? It led to us losing that $500,000 after that company releasing, hey, guess what? Our trials suck. Next thing you know is down 90% in a day and all that money is gone. In fact, I sold that biotech before it happened because I want to learn how to trade, but eventually I lost all my money anyways because I was looking for the home runs and not the actual singles and doubles that you should be looking for when it comes to trading, especially when you're beginning. The next thing that the big problem was for me, and I'm sure for you, is that I had zero strategy and zero knowledge about how to actually make money trading. In fact, my first trade that I ever made, I opened up an account at E-Trade because I saw some Super Bowl baby commercial on TV, if you remember those.
Oh, this is tragic, man. Investors just like you could lose tens of thousands of dollars on their 401k to hidden fees. Thankfully, E-Trade has low-cost investments and no hidden fees. But, you know, if you're still bent on blowing this fat stack of cash, there's a couple ways you could do it.
And bought the cheapest stock on the website. That was my strategy. Okay, what is the cheapest stock? It was like 50 cents. I don't even know what it was, but guess what? I sold it for a loss not shortly after. So it's very important that you get some sort of knowledge and become almost a professional trader in your head and have that mindset and the actual knowledge capacity to understand fully what you're actually going to do. Now, a lot of times people ask, hey, Cam, is this still a good buy? Should I buy here? Should I sell here? If you have to ask yourself those questions, or you have to ask somebody else those questions, just like I was doing in the beginning, you have no business to even start trading. So you have to be able to answer those questions yourself before you ever start. The third problem that I continually faced is that I had zero consistency. And one of the reasons why that is because I had zero strategy. I felt like I kept making, one step forward and two steps back. Or if I ever had any sort of string of good luck, I would build up some confidence and be like, okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this, and then bet big on one trade. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it would go south. In fact, one of the times that I blew up my stock trading account back in like 2007, there was some company called Games and Flicks, which was going to be the next like Netflix of video games or some bullshit. So I just decided, you know what? I'm on a good little streak here. I'm going to put my entire account in this. The next thing that I know, it's down 50%. And the problem is once you go through that big loss after trying to make a big trade, you're not going to recover from it. You try to revenge trade to make that money back quickly. And all that leads to you is making another bad trade that leads to you blowing up your account. And that's how I blew up my account every time for over the course of 3 years. And I'm sure if you've experienced that as well, you can relate. The fourth issue that I faced was not having any sort of emotional discipline. When I came to the game of trading, I thought, okay, all I need to do is understand some chart patterns or, understand some strategy. When reality is that's only half the battle. In fact, it might be less than half the battle. It really boils down to understanding how to control your emotions in high stress situations, such as if all of a sudden the crypto market's dumping or the market's just pumping to the upside and you're thinking, oh, it's just never going to stop, right? You have to be able to think logically at all times. And that all boils down to controlling your mindset and not getting too greedy and not getting too fearful in those high stress situations. That was a big problem that I faced, is not understanding that the mental side of this is maybe more than half the battle. The fifth big issue that I faced, and probably one of the biggest ones and things that people think is what trading is, which it is not, is that I thought I was supposed to predict what was going to happen next. when that is completely impossible. There's no such thing as predicting the future. No successful trader predicts the future. Really what happens to a successful trader is they learn how to react to the market. Everything boils down to, if the market does this, I'm going to do this. If the market does that, I'm going to do that. That is a big mistake everybody makes, is they think they need to predict the market when that's not the scenario. There's always two different scenarios that can happen in every trade that you place. You plan for both those scenarios, and that's what you need to do. You need to plan for if-then statements every single trade that you make. You never can predict the market. That's completely impossible and stupid. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning into today's video. Obviously, these are all big problems that we all face when we start trading. I do have solutions to all these problems. In fact, I recorded a separate video. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I would do if I was gonna start over right now after 20 years of my trading career. It's gonna be live right here. You can go ahead and click this little thumbnail right here and start working on the solutions to your problems as a beginning trader and start off on the right track so you can start making money today.